What is going on in my Houston Texans family? We are back. The Houston Texans are going to war this Saturday preseason week 1 matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. I can't tell you how excited I am that football is officially back. But you know, one of my favorite parts about the games, that's being able to live stream it here and react to it with you guys as we have done for the past 2 seasons. So if you are somewhere where you are unable to watch the game, look no further. Me and the boys will be live streaming about an hour before kickoff, and we will be reacting to this matchup. It's been doing fantastic the last couple of years. We get real crazy. With that being said, we're going to talk about this week 1 matchup for the preseason. What are our expectations from the offense? Our expectations from the defense? As a matter of fact, you guys let me know in the comments down below, how long do you want to see the starters out there? I think for the offense and for the defense, you could be having 2 entirely different conversations. But we're going to continue after. My name is Mr. 713, and this is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Please make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for all the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And this episode is brought to you and powered by Platypus Brewing. Go check out their location out there in Washington. Fantastic food. It's actually a fantastic place to be at. We have some watch parties planned in the future, so stay tuned for that. But Platypus Brewing, brewed with a Texan heart and an Australian soul. Absolutely love their whole motto, their whole vibe. Platypus Brewing, guys, they're sponsoring today's episode. But we're going to continue. What are my expectations for the preseason week 1 matchup against the Minnesota Vikings? Now, of course, with the preseason, we're not paying attention to wins and losses. Of course, we like to get a dub at the end of the day, but we know the preseason is for guys securing their jobs, guys losing their jobs, and get an idea of what this team could potentially be for the regular season. So I'm going to start with the offense, because this is, I think, the area that everyone should be paying attention at. Do I think the starters for the Houston Texans offense, so that means CJ Stroud and company, should they be out there? Absolutely. I don't think Cam Robinson is going to be there. We've heard that he got banged up a couple of days ago, so I do not want to risk my starting left tackle whatsoever. So a new iteration of an offensive line will be thrown out there. And I don't know what it is just yet. Actually, I think I do, because the depth chart was released. Let me see for the offensive line. Give me one moment, boys. Yeah, so the unofficial depth chart goes Cam Robinson, Laken Tomlinson, Jared Patterson, Titus Howard, Ariante Ursi. That is the unofficial depth chart for this Saturday's matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. But I do think the starting offense, I think we might see rookie Ariante Ursi at left tackle. So we get a glimpse of what the future could potentially be. But I think the offense needs to be out there. It needs to be out there for 2, maybe 3 drives. You are still having a competition at center between Jared Patterson and Jake Andrews. And I think both of those guys need an opportunity to run with the ones. I think also why they need significant time out there is because you have a new O-line coach, a new running game coordinator, a new offensive coordinator in Nick Caley, who has never, ever called plays before. So this Saturday, it will be his first opportunity to do that. Now, I will say this. If it's not working, just pull the plug. You don't want to kill your confidence before the season. So I would say this is very important. Very important in terms of we need to see some type of success from the O-line. That's really what I'm looking at. Can this offensive line give CJ Stroud time to throw the football? If it looks better than last year, we're taking a step in the right direction. If it's the exact same, we'll have that conversation if it comes. I hope it doesn't. But as meaningless as preseason is, It's also very important. Very important because we know the weakest area of this offense, and that is the O-line. I think the O-line, I think they might have to spend significant time out there on the field. So maybe CJ Stroud goes out there for one drive, boom, he's done. But the offensive line, 2-3 drives. Nico Collins, I don't want to see him out there. Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, definitely want to see them. Everyone not, actually Christian Kirk, I don't want to see Christian Kirk out there either. As a matter of fact, give me Christian Kirk. Because if you're not going to have Nico, you need to have one of your veterans out there. Nick Chubb, I think Nick Chubb needs to have some opportunity and get some runs going. We're hearing that he's putting together a nice couple of days of practices. That's exactly what you want to hear from someone who's working his way back from 2 straight years of injuries. Expectations from Nick Caley. It's your first time. Go out there and have fun. This is the beauty of the preseason, right? We just don't want to see no errors where we're not getting the ball out in time. We're having to waste timeouts. Just like the fundamental things. But for the offense, man, I would love to see a scoring drive. I would love to see some successful runs, some successful plays. I know it's not all going to be perfect. But if we see some areas, some consistency of CJ Stroud having more time to throw the football than what he did last year, then I think that's a positive that we could take away from this game. Now, the starters on the defense, how much do I want to see them? I mean, not at all. I mean, if I am going to see Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson Jr., maybe 3 to 5 plays. I can say the same thing for Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, Kalen Bullock, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I don't want to see this, this starting defense out there. We already know what they're going to be, and that's one of the best in the NFL. They're going to put the fear of God in opposing offenses. I would like to see Darrell Taylor. I would like to see our rookie cornerbacks. I would like to see E.J. Speed. If I could go back to the offense real quick, Dameon Pierce is back. That's another, that's a fun conversation to have. Also, who is back is Christian Harris. Now, I don't think he's going to be out there playing, but I think E.J. Speed should have significant time out there. M.J. Stewart, one of your veteran safeties, significant time out there. So if your starters on defense are going to play, put them out there, 4 to 5 plays, give them one drive, and then pull them. This is a Super Bowl caliber defense. This is what's also tricky about the preseason. Yes, you want to try to get as ready as you can for week 1, but you also want to enter week 1 as healthy as healthy as you can. And I'm knocking on wood, but we've seen many times teams in training camp, big names, go down. The Houston Texans have already had some injuries at training camp. So I am excited nonetheless for Houston Texans football to be back. But once again, from the defense, just do your thing, swarm. I know what you're going to be, and that's one of the best in the league. With the offense, we're putting our eye, on this a little bit more because this unit is brand new. It's a baby. And this is going to be the first time they go against someone not named the Houston Texans defense. Iron sharpens iron. And I want to see how these guys are going to act going up against someone not named Will Anderson Jr., not named Danielle Hunter. It's going to be very interesting to see. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys let me know your thoughts and comments down below. For more Houston Texans content, you know what to do. Feel free and follow me for more. Go Houston. I love you guys. Have a very blessed day. Shout out to Platypus Brewing.